country. If I had to travel the world to fight, then so be it.
It's their levels and their stars and superstars. Okay, and they made the championship, not the championship made them.
This is the fight boxing fans have been waiting for. After years of debate, criticism, and non-stop speculation, Canelo Alvarez is finally set to face pound-for-pound star Terence "Bud" Crawford. The announcement wasn't just another press release. It began with an intense face-off that instantly grabbed the attention of the entire boxing world.
Well, here we go.
Two of the greatest fighters of this generation will finally meet in one ring, with legacy on the line. If their intense face-off was any sign, fans can expect an unforgettable battle.
The one thing about Crawford is he got guts. Them bums ain't have no guts. Them bums didn't want to win. Crawford want to win. That's it. It ain't about no belt. It ain't about nothing. You didn't sign the contract. We want to win, and he want to be the best, and he is the best. So that's what's going to be the difference. You know, Crawford got guts. He got a fighting spirit. So when you see Crawford, he going to go in there and get busy with Canelo. Don't you even doubt that. You understand? You ain't never seen Crawford stay on the back foot in no fight in his life. You understand? He the type of guy to go get you. So expect him to go get him. We going to do everything we can to him. We going to do whatever we got to do. But one thing you can expect is Crawford is going to step to him. Because you can't beat Canelo going on the back foot forever. You got to go get him. You got to do something. And he better know Crawford is...
The moment that had everyone talking came during the first face-off between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. It happened right after Canelo's dominant victory over William Skull. As the celebration was winding down, Crawford stepped into the ring with complete confidence, and the atmosphere instantly changed. There were no fake smiles or unnecessary drama, just two elite champions standing face to face as the crowd erupted. Fans filled the arena with chants for both fighters, creating one of the most electric moments boxing has seen in years. This isn't just another major fight. It's the matchup Crawford has been chasing ever since becoming the undisputed welterweight champion by defeating Errol Spence Jr. He has repeatedly called out Canelo, while Canelo had long argued that Crawford was simply too small to face him.
I can't go down anymore. But you know, like he say, you know, when they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't wanna get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because everybody's gonna say it's too small, it's too small, it's too small, and then, you know, he need to enjoy his fight. Okay, he deserves it. He deserves it. I like Spence, but you know, I like Spence and all the respect for him and everything. But I knew. I think is the type of fight Terence Crawford is different. 168, but like I say, like he say, nobody's gonna give me credit for that.
Thank you very much.
While the debate continued, Crawford kept winning and building one of boxing's strongest resumes. He dominated every division he entered, from lightweight to junior welterweight to welterweight, and now he's ready to take on the challenge at super middleweight.
So every time I see him, he'll come and be like, Canelo.
You know how Billy do it too, yeah.
So every time, I'll be like, man, come on, man.
Yeah.
So every time he say that, you know, I just be like gradually getting into like looking at like, okay. And he's not that big. You know, he heavy, but he not that big.
Right.
You know, and I'm just like, all right. I'm laughing, but at the same time it started hitting me like, all right, man, maybe he on to something. You know, and then I started sizing him up, and I'm like, all right, well, Canelo 5'7", you know, my arm's longer.
Yeah.
He's strong, I'm strong.
Right.
You know, it'd be, to me, skill for skill.
Right.
You know, because Canelo not the biggest 168 fighter. So I just started looking into it, and I'm like...
Now there's nowhere left to hide. After Canelo's win over William Skull, fans demanded the biggest fight possible, and Canelo could no longer delay the showdown with Crawford.
I've been beating up big dudes all my life.
Because they underestimate your blood.
It's just, even if they didn't, I'm going to beat you up. You know, I can fight.
Right.
You know, so if you watch, like, all these dudes bigger than me.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't care. But I'm going to find a way to win, no matter what.
In September, are you gonna pull this? I shook up the world. I told you. I told you. I told you. I told you. I told you.
Definitely. That's definitely gonna be, you know what I mean, one of the moments, you know. I need the doubters to fuel me. What you think he'll do if he go up 2 more weight classes? I need that, you know, because that's gonna make me more focused and turn into a different animal. So I need the people to say, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not.
Oscar De La Hoya was one of the biggest voices calling for Canelo to face Crawford.
William who? Canelo versus William Skull. William who? Oscar
being back in New York over here.
No, let's just say Canelo Crawford. In the history of boxing, and this is the facts.
Let's get it.
If you see Thursdays, Fact Thursdays, I speak the facts. All right, I'll even do it for you. A good little man has never beaten a good big man in the history of the game, unless you go back to certain situations. With Pacquiao beat me, but I was a dead man walking anyway. But a good little man never beats a good big man, so it's a tough test for Crawford, but I'm not counting him out. The bottom line, and this is the truth again.
The rivalry between Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo has been intense ever since Canelo left Golden Boy Promotions.
Company you fought under for decades has always had one name, and it's mine. So put some fucking respect on it. As for Jaime, he has always dared to be great, just as he's this Saturday night, of a full circle for him. Remember when Jaime...
Oscar De La Hoya will likely be supporting Crawford when the fight happens. Their rivalry with Canelo has only grown since Canelo left Golden Boy, and Oscar would love nothing more than to see Canelo suffer a defeat.
'Cause, let's be real, there's nothing De La Hoya wants more than to see Canelo catch an L.
But Crawford doesn't rely on his power. He relies on his IQ. Crawford, what he did to Spence was magic, was incredible, was amazing. And so, look, one thing about Canelo is that we all know that he walks in the ring as if there's wet cement, right? His footwork is a little too heavy. Crawford is such a smart fighter where he can he's like Bruce Lee, literally, and he's in his peak, he's in his prime. And so I think that if that fight ever happens, which I don't think it will, if that fight ever happens, I have to go with Crawford.
There you have it, Oscar De La Hoya talking about Crawford.
Let's go back to what started this whole situation. Canelo Alvarez versus William Skull.
Canelo fans, please pray for Canelo. He's about to fight William Skull in Saudi. Pray for Canelo, bro. Pray for Canelo, bro.
Bro, but don't you get it? Canelo will never lose because Turkey needs him to win.
Yeah, he's not gonna lose.
There's no way Turkey gets his Crawford fight if Canelo loses, so that's not happening.
It's a deeper, darker criminal link. I don't trust it. Pray for Canelo, man. Turkey might say, yeah, you was talking all that shit when I was first trying to get you. Now look what we gonna do for you. We got you in Riyadh. Let's get that L up off you. And you still got to fight Crawford.
Skull entered the fight undefeated, confident, and ready to prove himself. But from the opening round, Canelo showed the difference in experience and skill. He controlled the pace, stayed calm, and slowly broke Skull down with powerful body shots, sharp combinations, and smart movement. Canelo cut off the ring like a veteran and made the fight look easier than expected.
How are you feeling after your great performance tonight?
Oh, I feel great. I win, you know. I come to put a great show, but you know, to put a great show, you need both fighters. So, but at the end of the day, win is a win.
Are you frustrated with William Skull?
Yeah, a little bit, but.
What did you say to him at the end of the fight?
I say to him, you know, you just come to, you can not win a fight like that, fighting like that, and he say, I'm sorry. You know, it's my first time and I just tried to put a good fight and I'm so sorry. That's fine.
How are you feeling after your great performance tonight?
Oh, I feel great. I win, you know. I come to put a great show, but you know, to put a great show, you need both fighters. So, but at the end of the day, win is a win.
Are you frustrated with William Skull?
Yeah, a little bit, but
What did you say to him at the end of the fight?
I say to him, you just come to, you can not win a fight like that, fighting like that. And he say, I'm sorry, it's my first time and I just tried to put a good fight and I'm so sorry.
The fight ended with a clear unanimous decision for Canelo. While some fans weren't excited about the matchup, everything changed when Crawford entered the ring. That moment turned a routine win into the biggest boxing announcement of 2025. Now the fight is official. Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford is set to happen later this year, with no catchweight, no warm-up fight, and no excuses.
When did it come to a point, how long ago was it for yourself when you realised that the Canelo Alvarez fight is a possibility for you?
Just you know what I mean? Looking over the landscape of boxing and the opportunities and the accomplishment that Canelo had and, sizing them up and things like that. I know we ain't never been in the ring before, but, it's a great opportunity for me in my career.
And that idea of yourself of chasing greatness, inside, how much does that excite you over that, with it all together, that idea of chasing greatness? It's always something you've done, to do that sort of stepping up in weights. How much is that an exciting proposition for you?
Oh, it's very exciting. It's like throwing gasoline on a bucket of fire. I'm very competitive, and I'm looking to be competitive in a fight in September.
Crawford is moving up to 168 pounds to face one of the toughest fighters in boxing. That's what makes this matchup so special. It's not only about titles or legacy, it's about taking the biggest challenge and proving greatness.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not. Kovalev.
Kovalev was older. He does.
Billy Joe.
Does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is night and day.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo go?
A tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
Canelo has ruled the super middleweight division, becoming undisputed and defeating top names like John Ryder, Jermell Charlo, Edgar Berlanga, and William Skull. But none of those opponents are Terence Crawford. For Bud, this isn't just another move up in weight, it's a massive challenge. Canelo has faced elite fighters at 168 and even 175 pounds, showing his power against names like Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders, and Sergey Kovalev. Crawford, meanwhile, began his career at 135 pounds, meaning he is stepping up 3 full weight classes to take on one of boxing's biggest stars.
Let me tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jermell Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life, and he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it and lost fight number 2. Trained him for fight Rocky 3 and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
Many fighters and experts are questioning how Crawford will handle Canelo's power. They wonder what happens if Bud takes a clean shot to the body or chin. This isn't Errol Spence or Sean Porter. This is Canelo Alvarez, one of boxing's biggest stars with serious power in both hands.
It is my biggest concern when it comes to Terence Bud Crawford, when people, for some reason, keep mistakenly comparing him to Floyd Mayweather when it comes to being an elusive fighter. Terence Crawford and Boots Ennis has a similar approach to boxing. They are boxer punchers, and it's because Terence Crawford was too big and too strong for most of the opponents. He was too athletic, too. Foot speed, hand speed, just too accurate. Physically, probably the best athlete in the boxing world. He does the same thing, which is why he's been dropped, which is why he's been rocked, which is why he gets hit a lot with consecutive punches. You saw him against Madrimov, you saw him against David Ortiz. You saw the type of punches he was getting landed on from Showtime Sean Porter, right? Because he's used to bullying cats. And that's what I'm concerned about with him versus Canelo Alvarez.
But here's the interesting part. Crawford has faced this doubt before. Every time he moved up in weight, people questioned whether he was too small. And every single time, he proved them wrong by dominating the competition.
They talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
He didn't just defeat Spence, he completely dominated him and made the fight look one-sided. Now Crawford is more experienced, stronger, and confident than ever. The big question is whether his elite skills and ring intelligence will be enough at 168 pounds, or if the size difference will finally become too much.
Terence Crawford has had one fight above 147 pounds, and everyone, including Terence Crawford, will tell you that was not his finest performance against Israel Madrimov. He is older than Canelo, he is coming up in weight, he is coming off a long layoff. I can't look at Canelo Williams' school and say, you know what, Canelo is too far in a decline to beat Terence Crawford. Not until I've seen what Terence Crawford looks like at 168 pounds.
No, same here. And even though we could see Canelo Alvarez diminishing, we're still going to favor him because he's been in there with the bigger, stronger men. Crawford's not going to be able to hurt him. Crawford will be able to pepper him up, you know, win rounds. Like I tell you, I have an image of Canelo Alvarez after the fight. He's going to be bloodied and bruised because he's going to get pot-shotted. He's going to throw 2-3 punches, pepper him up, and then get an angle. Then once Canelo starts realizing I'm falling behind here or I'm getting hit too much, I gotta do something great, that's when Crawford's gonna have to get on his fight.
There's also the debate that Crawford hasn't faced the same level of competition or built the same resume as Canelo, and that could play a major role in how this fight unfolds.
There's no Triple G on Bud's resume. There's no Trout on Bud's resume. There's no Daniel Jacobs on Bud's resume. Canelo is the one that's fought the elite level opposition. It's Canelo that fought Laura. There is no Laura on Bud's resume. There is no Laura on Bud's resume. Bud has never faced a multiple division champ. Bud has never faced a multiple division champ.
Yeah, but Bud is an elite boxer.
So you're an elite boxer, but you haven't fought elite boxing.
The boxing world is divided on this matchup. Edgar Berlanga believes Crawford has the advantage when it comes to pure skill, but he says the biggest factor will be the size difference, and that's where Canelo has the edge.
My good friend, my brother, Terence Crawford, wants to fight Canelo. Yeah. Just from your expert opinion, knowing how Canelo fights, what he's like in the ring, I know you haven't been in the ring with Terence, but what do you think of that fight?
I truly believe, that, anything can happen in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that, his weight. Yeah. And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better, you know what I'm saying? But, Crawford is a legend, bro. Yeah. And like I said, you can't count him out, you know what I'm saying?
Sean Porter has concerns about Canelo heading into this fight, especially because he will be facing a much bigger and physically stronger opponent.
The others say, no, that's 2 more weight classes. Once he gets touched by Canelo, it's going to be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he's still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another, you know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out, you know what I mean? So,
but looking at the bigger picture, a Crawford victory would completely change boxing history. Becoming undisputed in multiple divisions and defeating Canelo at 168 pounds would place him among the greatest fighters ever. It would be a career-defining achievement.
Along my career, I've been criticized and people have taken credit away from me just to try to diminish my accomplishments just off of pure hate. So what would they be able to say with me going up 2 weight classes? If Canelo become undisputed again and I beat Canelo, what could they say? They'll say something, but what
they're gonna find something, you know that.
But what can they really say?
Right.
You know?
If Canelo wins, he silences everyone who accused him of avoiding Crawford and proves once again why he remains one of boxing's biggest stars. This fight is more than just a matchup. It's 2 legendary careers colliding with everything on the line. Crawford versus Canelo is a battle of legacy, greatness, and pride. Now the countdown begins. Who do you think wins? Let us know your prediction, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more boxing updates.